Make sure you like, subscribe, and of course set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us, get the plays in real time, and participate in our chat with our really friendly contributors over in the chat room, and of course very knowledgeable as well. Shout out there to Blake, who's joined us in the chat. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. Make note of a few of our promos here. You can save 20% off all our pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and, of course, get signed up. We always love to hear from you guys, so you may post your picks in the comments below. And visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to our long-term passes. You see our top leaders here like Ramon, who's been on absolute fire for the year. Hollywood Sam, Ralph Raymond doing well. Collins, hottest capper last 30 days. Look at this, 3,326 units of profit. Hollywood Sam doing well. Our GM, who wants to be called Tony's Picks VIP, he's doing fantastic as well. Click the links, get signed up. Of course, you'll find here Pravi and Joshua come in with solid performances as well. You'll find our latest pre and picks here, center of the page. Our best bets. Well, each capper can release one best bet from each sport. And of course, our $15 pre and pick is promotional. Each capper can designate a play from their card as a $15 pre and pick to introduce their service to new and to an existing customer. As you can see, we are locked and loaded here for Friday's action. And our multi-packs offer great value, so go ahead and get signed up there. You'll see the profit guarantee, meaning on these one-day passes, they must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. If you wish to do so, you may purchase the plays a la carte from our pick ticker. There you'll see team versus team information. And you can save. We got to the promo already. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. With us today, Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. We'll welcome in Mindy Hahn, catcher over at Tony'sPicks.com. Part of that morning Steam team, Wednesday through Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll bring in Mindy right now. Mindy, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Tony. How are you?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go. For today, we're going to go to Major League Baseball here, beginning at 7 Eastern Time, as we have the Marlins and the Guardians going head-to-head. The Guardians favored here, minus 123, a total of 8.
Yeah, I mean, the Guardians did not have a very good initial homestand this season, but I think they're all ready here to take on the Marlins today. Miami, they're tied with the Royals for the fewest runs here per game this season. The poor Royals just can't seem to get their stuff together. But I think pitching has kind of kept them in some of the games here, minus that 26-run differential here. I think they have Garrett on the mound that he's done pretty well this season so far. He's only allowed 2 runs per start, only given up 1 home run here this season. Plesac hasn't been necessarily great, right? But he does have a 2.57 ERA at home and has only given up 2 runs there as well in his last outing. I think it's kind of going to come down maybe to more what Miami maybe can't do, right? Miami has been held to 3 runs or less in 13 of 19 games here this year. The Guardians bullpen has been pretty good so far with 8 saves, a 3.22 ERA. So for me, I'm actually going to go under the total here today in this one, going under the 8 runs.
All right, Minnie says go under total here of 8 runs here with this Marlins and a Guardians game here for this evening tonight here. Yeah, the Guardians had some issues there with their offense, right? It just didn't seem to click too well here for them. And of course, Rogers is a player that came in with a lot of shine when he broke in about 2021 during the post All-Star break with a lot of strikeouts. We'll see if we can get that form that of course we can live up to that to his of course all the the hype that surrounded his entrance into Major League Baseball. We'll see if that can come around finally.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, interesting to see how teams go the second time around. That's why I think it's kind of important to take a look at some of these home and road, splits that are going on so far, because it does sometimes make it look like these ERAs are skewed a little bit. When you're looking at, 6 overall, but you're looking at, something like a 2 ERA at home. I think there's a lot to have to do with, differences in ballpark size that we've kind of mentioned before. Just the overall comfort level there, as well. And it's kind of, to me too, the Guardians, I thought they were going to kind of come out by, gangbusters here, but they are only 2-16 right now with runners in scoring position. So that's kind of a big deal here for this Guardians team. They're going to have to maybe move that lineup around a little bit to see if they can go ahead and produce more runs. But it doesn't look like there's going to be any changes here thus far. So it looks like it's going to be just kind of business as usual. I'm expecting, probably 6 or 7 runs scored here today, well under the 8. But, like I said, we talked a lot about the Marlins here over their last 10, 3-7 to the under. And if you take a look at the Guardians, right, in their last 8 games following a day off, they're also 7-1 to that under. So to me, it looks like everything's kind of looking like we're not going to get a ton of runs, but I think it's going to be a pretty decent ball game. I think it's going to be one of those, 3 to 4. That someone's going to be in line for a money line, and the opposite team's going to get the run line there in this one.
Yeah, we'll see how the coach. Yeah, Marlins a totally different team on the road than at home, and we've seen that in recent years. It's just been really struggling there away from their home stadium here. We got Mindy here, Marlins Guardians under 8. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySplit.com right now. Showing great results in the best bet for the year. Another one coming in yesterday. Right. Of course, we got still 14 on the board for Major League Baseball with the Dodgers Cubs going head-to-head, as well as 4 from hockey. We got 3 on the board in NBA. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so went ahead again. I just been giving out my best bets on the live morning show right today for the NHL and for the NBA postseasons here with those playoffs. I kind of feel like Ramon and I are going to put our heads together and make some money on those deals. And then I'm going to be pretty heavy here today in Major League Baseball. So I went ahead and put a 7-pack of plays up. So you can go ahead and get the whole gamut there. You can get 7 games from me today. And then again, you talked about the best bets, been performing pretty well there. Have another one for you tonight. It's in my last game on the board, so you can go ahead and check that out. It will give you some time to sit around and think about if you need another play here. But again, it's this time of week of, again, we've reached the end. It's Friday, so it's a great time to get a 3-day pass. Been collecting those stats. I always know when it comes to baseball, it's a little bit different for me this year because of the morning steam. I'm in Major League Baseball probably a little bit earlier than what I normally do. So again, I'm finally getting pitchers where I'm getting home and away numbers. I'm probably, finally getting a little bit more stats with how these teams do here being, 20 games into the season here. So pretty excited with what this weekend has to bring. So it's a great time to get with me on that 3-day pass. And then again, if you're looking for something a little bit longer term, again, the farther you go out, the better the package price gets for you to get that, pay per play down as much as possible so we can put more money into your pocket. So you might even want to check out one of those 30-day passes there as well. We're getting close to WNBA. That will get you through most of the playoffs here for the NBA and NHL as well. I mean, geez, we got to still go till June. It feels like there's so much left to do in the NBA and NHL. But go ahead, pick up that 3-day pass here today and make sure, like Tony already saw or showed you, there's a promo code out there. Tony T will save you 20% off at checkout. So don't miss out.
That's right, got with Mindy Hunt over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll flash up the best bet records, fantastic results here for the year. So get on board with Mindy Hunt over at Tony'sPicks.com. As Mindy was mentioning today, action here Friday, a 7-pack here from Major League Baseball. Also, her best bet of the night is up there right now as well from baseball. So get on board. As Mindy was mentioning, you go longer term with Mindy. We have 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. You want to try out for the weekend? Try her out with the 3-day pass. There's a lot. Remember, we're still in the first rounds of this NHL and NBA playoffs. So there's a lot. There's high volume of games here from the NBA, NHL this week. And remember, we're back on the Saturday, Sunday. We're back to those 4 games on Saturday, 4 games on Sunday. That'll be the last weekend of 4 games on the weekends, because then they start to trim them off a little bit. NHL as well. And of course, all our MLB is covered in that 3-day pass. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off Mindy's package. Also on the if you want to go longer, the 30-day pass, that'll take $66 off that 30-day pass. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we'll just flash this up here for everybody right now. They're getting to Urias. 5-0 Cubs. They're hitting some home runs on MLB Network. I know they paid a mound visit early in the game to Urias, and they're pounding them right now.
I guess. Geez, 5 runs? That's crazy. Did not expect that one. I'm gonna say, he's usually a pretty good ground ball pitcher. So not sure what's happening there, but it could just be that wind. We kind of talked about that today. I think it was going about 10 miles an hour out, right? So could be just helping those normal run-of-the-mill fly balls become home runs there.
Yeah, they were teeing off on him right now. The Cubs close big dogs here, plus 149, total 9.5. So a little bit of a high total for your Eurus game. So that tells you something there when you see this number here. So they put up they put up a 5 spot already on this one. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, you control the key strokes there. Mindy's in control of that. Of course, also the Morning Steam Show, another show in the books in the archive right now. And of course, they can catch more content from you on the Discord.
I know it's scary, right? Putting us all in control of our stuff. I mean, who knows what can come out of that? I don't know. It's just winners. That's all that keeps coming out of those Twitter accounts. So make sure you go over there and catch me at Tony's Picks Mindy, where I usually give you another free play over there. So we would like for you to go ahead and make sure you give us a retweet. We're trying to go ahead and, gain followers to our social media accounts. So any help with that would be appreciated. And then, make sure you catch us again tomorrow for the Morning Steam, where we go over all of the pro games in their entirety. We had another good show here today. Geez, we were close to, almost 100 viewers here again today. So we appreciate all of the viewership and watches. And we, again, we feel like we're doing all right. We keep, having the folks come back. And then again today, geez, we had another 5 to 7 new folks. So it's nice to get people live, because we know it's hard because most people are working or driving to work or, still sleeping, depending on where you are on the earth, right? So we appreciate all of the viewership there, and make sure you join us every Wednesday through Monday at 8 a.m. Central. And then, of course, make sure you catch us in the Discord for After Hours, where we all are in there again. You get more Steam plays from Ramon. You also get super secret stuff like tennis and soccer. And I think he wanted to get in some, football for tomorrow. So make sure you get in there, totally free. You can find all of the best plays. And then also we do have, our members lock. So we have Scotch locks, the Queen's Gaze, the Kong Smash. I mean, we have so many going here right now, but a lot of really savvy sports bettors in our Discord chat room. So make sure you get in there. Also, again, you can get player props, same game parlays, all the good stuff. So make sure you join. We love to see you there. We're having a good time here with it so far.
That's right. Also, a little what they call in-game chat right now. A lot of folks talking about this Dodger and Cubs games. I know some of the folks making some comments there. I thought I saw that ping pong. I thought Ramon was giving table tennis picks there for a second. I was thinking back to the pandemic days when they were betting on table tennis. And they were getting, and a bookmaker. I know a bookmaker went on one of the Vegas shows and claimed how high the volume was, the betting handle was for table tennis, which was surprised everybody during that pandemic. Yeah. But
I mean, we have to be degenerate somehow. So I don't blame them.
Yep. So that's how it rolls. All right, guys, check out Mindy. Tony's Picks. Mindy is her Twitter account. She's in control of it. A lot of content up there. So make sure you give her a follow and follow us as well on that Discord. We put the link there in the Discord, and we've only advertised that here on our live show. So it's just the folks that from the chat that are in there right now, and kind of like it. About 110 people in there, and growing as we speak. So be sure to check it out. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week. Yeah,
enjoy your days off, Tony, or some of the time off, I guess.
Yeah, this little block of time. But I'll probably be doing something. I'm pretty sure this time tomorrow I'll be doing some programming of some sort. All right, Mindy, have a great
Get to work. We can't have you have any, too many downtimes. No. Not too much downtime. All right.
Got it.
See you later.
Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so you're live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers. All right, before we get to Ramon, let's just give you an update. This is the only game live right now. Dodgers and Cubs, as we said, 5-0. Dodgers out here, so we go to the bottom of the fourth. Cubs are big dogs. Total sits at 9.5, but the Dodgers are going to have to help this total right now. 5-0, the Cubs on top. All right, let's continue on here on game day picks. Let's go ahead and bring in Ramon Scott. Catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Top of the leaderboards for the year. Monster year this year. Bring him in right now. I like last year. What's happening, Ramon?
Yeah, hi Tony. Just watching the ball game here and getting ready for a big weekend of action in the playoffs and some UFC, other stuff. Yeah, that minor league football. Maybe that too.
Yeah, that too. A lot of the deal. Okay, here we go with the minor league football. We don't really talk the NFL draft, but there's a lot of stuff happening coming up this weekend. We go to the ice tonight here on TNT as the Panthers host the Bruins in a tight series here. Bruins road favorites -130, total 6.5.
Yeah, NFL cracking down on some players today for some gambling issues. How about that? Boston and Florida, Tony, in Game 3 tonight in Florida. Panthers, they won Game 2, 6-3. So that's big news because, Boston, I mean, they're not going to roll through 16 straight games. We know that. And maybe, if anything, this might be their toughest opponent in the whole playoffs. If this goes down like this, Florida's already given Boston 2 of their 5 3-goal losses this season with that 6-3 victory. Brandon Montour, what a job he did for Florida. The defenseman picked up a couple of goals in the game, and that propelled Florida to the 6-3 win. We know Boston won the first game 3-1. Linus Ullmark struggled in Game 2 after a solid Game 1, and might be a little banged up. Maybe it's just an opportunity to bring in Swayman for his first playoff start. Swayman has a 2.27 goals against. Now Ullmark is a 1.89 goals against this season, but Swayman's statistics might put him among the best backups in the league, if not some of the best goaltending in the league, certainly among the best backups in the league. Boston missing their, good centerman, veteran Patrice Bergeron. He's out for this one again. He scored 27 goals this season. He's also sharp with his assists. So Boston missing a key element to their offense right now. Shouldn't be a factor necessarily for a Boston team that really have lost just back-to-back games twice all season. So they're still coming in here as a favorite tonight. They're terrific on the road, terrific everywhere. One of the best seasons in NHL history. So can Boston regroup tonight? It sounds like they want to make some changes, the coach said in his quotes. Maybe, after a 6-3 loss, any coach is going to kind of say, hey, we got to do something. We're not doing things we're supposed to be doing out there. That basically was the thing, trying to make plays that weren't plays to be made. And that's the thing for Boston. I mean, they look always so cool and crisp with their passing in front of the net, behind the net, all kinds of crazy angles, finding players open there for deflections, putting the puck in. That's kind of a secret to their success. So they really shouldn't try to get away from that. Maybe just try to shore it up defensively against the high-flying Panthers. We know the Panthers can score as well, 36.8 shots per game. But I will note that in this series, the last 12 meetings in Florida have gone 3-8-1 to the under. This despite the fact that 4 of the 5 meetings went over this season between these two teams. They did have 3 of those in Boston. So I think you got to get back to square one here like they did in Game 1. Now, we know we turn around here, but Boston's going to need to shore up things defensively, in my opinion. This is apparently turning out to be a contrarian side with the move to the over. I mean, look at that, Tony. You got it on screen there, 6.5 under 19. And I've sent it in at 6 over. Yeah, there's some 6 overs out there, but, I'm not going to hesitate to take a little bit of a juiced 6.5 now in the playoffs. I'd rather do that. I think in this one, a lot of times I'm going to come on and I'll stick with the 6 on screen, no problem there. But I think anybody who's going to get involved in this playoff game and get that 6.5 juiced at a reasonable price, considering the circumstances. This is a playoff game. Last time I checked, so I'm already going to lean to the under in all my picks and handicaps. So maybe that only solidifies it a little more. These teams were. Maybe Boston, more of their games on the road went over. Florida, most of their games on the at home went over as well. But in general, they aren't overwhelming over teams. So when you're dealing with a 6.5 in the playoffs, a team like Boston that they can clamp you down a little bit. I mean, I'm not sure that Boston's lost it just yet, and I'd expect a bounce back here to a certain extent. Mindy and I agreed on the morning steam show that Boston was still going to be the side, and that price has come down dramatically there at $1.30. So, if anything, it looks like Florida is, I would think, attracting the attention of sharp bettors here. I would think Boston still a public side. I don't think, Tony, that Joe Average is going to be looking to get on the Florida Panthers here, despite the fact that they are at home. I expected him improved or extra effort defensively from Boston in this one, and maybe a little bit of a zigzag, and that's what we're kind of seeing maybe in these playoffs. You see this low score in game one, just 3-1, come back with a big score in game two. Now we're back in Florida, in Sunrise, and I think in Florida, in South Florida, and I think that this one will be a low-scoring game tonight. Alex Lyon in there for Florida. Anybody remember Sergei Bobrovsky? Nowhere to be found at this point. Lions taking over the lion's share, if you will, of goaltending minutes for Florida in the crease. 2.89 goals against, which is below Florida's season average of 3.32, most of those coming with Bobrovsky in net. Lyon only really took over in goal over the last month and a half of the season. So Lyon is the man here. And Swayman, he's confirmed. Swayman is likely. One thing there, Olmark was listed on the injury report, as I said, but I think it might be just a comfortable time maybe to get Swayman in there after one of Olmark's, might be his worst game of the season in that game. Faced a lot of shots from Florida, wasn't getting a lot of help. So Boston 5-15-1 to the under against teams above 500. I have it going under. I think public looks like they're smashing the over button a little bit too much to my liking, Tony, considering this is a playoff game. We've seen some goals in the playoffs, certainly, and I've not been totally clicking on my unders, but I can't stop, especially in the postseason right now.
All right, Ramon here. Bruins, Panthers under 6. Of course, the Panthers won both home meetings against Boston this season. They won 3 in a row at home against them. And a lot of the games this year between these teams, including game 2 of the playoffs, have been on the higher scoring side, Ramon.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can look at them. They're all, I believe, 7-goal games there for the first few of the season. It was only that 3-1 game, and that's again. You look at the playoffs. You're obviously going to be a little bit tighter. That's the way you got to be if you're going to win these games eventually, is have outstanding defense. And Boston, if anything, sound the alarm with the best team, with one of the best regular season teams. I'm not going to believe in any jinx talk here with this team. Doesn't like I said, maybe this is their toughest matchup. Get out of this round, and there's still some very good teams in the East. It's just that Florida matches up well with Boston in that division. I mean, that's proven with Florida's success against them. But willing to hang my hat a little bit tonight on the team that had not only a President's Trophy victory, if you will, but one of the best records in league history. Just wasn't an average best season, best team in the league type of season. It was historically one of the best. So I think Boston gets back to it, and I think the way to do it on the road would be defense. Throw it the other way around, and maybe it gets into another shootout, maybe the other way this time with Boston winning. But I think to send it on the road, I'm going to go against kind of those season trends about how they do with Boston on the road, Florida at home. They did trend more to the over. I'm going against that tonight and saying that Boston because they're on the road, will need to exert more defensive pressure in order to make sure they get out of Florida with an important Game 3 win. Not get out of Florida, but get that first win at least to keep this series at even, and also regain that advantage right now that Florida has taken away from them.
All right, Ramon here. Bruins Panthers under a total of 6 goals. This one have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time on TNT. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, great results here for the year. 5,533 units of profit for 2023. That is all documented, so you can verify that by going over to Tony'sPicks.com, going to Ramon's handicapper page, go down to pick history. You can verify all that. All right, Ramon, tonight we've got 3 on the board from the NBA playoffs, 4 on the ice. Still another 14 games from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
I'm focused tonight on the playoffs. I had one of my lightest nights of the year yesterday. That didn't work out, so let's get back to what we do best, and that's make some picks. I've got a 3-pack right there you see in the NBA. Friday night 3-pack. There's 3 games. I like all 3 of them, of course. Let's get involved tonight in the NBA playoffs with our matchups: Boston, Atlanta, Cleveland, and the Knicks, Denver, and Minnesota. Pick up those 3 plays. They're profit guaranteed over at Tony's Picks for $30. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. That'll lower that price even further. If you're not with me on one of my long-term packages that you see there, pick up this Friday night 3-pack in the NBA. See what all the hype is about. Plus 5,500 units so far this season. I'm based on just $100 plays, so you can get that introductory pass, if you will, with the NBA playoffs. Get you rolling for the weekend if you're a big NBA fan. In the NHL, also 3 games tonight. All of my picks are coming in every game but this one, Tony, in the Boston, Florida. Carolina Islanders, Dallas, Minnesota, Edmonton, and the Kings. Pick up the 3-pack tonight in the NHL for $30. See it there, right there on screen, and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Even if you buy both, use that promo code. Save 20% off the NBA, off the NHL. I have a Major League Baseball pack coming out just a little bit. Want to see a few lineups if I could. After yesterday's results, so I want to make sure we solidify that and have some good winners here on Friday night. Got to get a good, strong card going on Friday night and head into the weekend with some extra units in your pocket. So hit me up over there at Tony'sPicks.com. You see my other packages there, including my 3-day, my 7-day, and my 30-day. How about the 3-day package right now? Friday, Saturday, Sunday will include UFC Fight Night 71 in Las Vegas. Got a heavyweight bout to lead the card this week, and I'll have probably a 3-pack. I'm thinking right now in the UFC. Got a couple of strong plays with the card in Las Vegas, here in Las Vegas this weekend in the UFC. So check that out. We'll have that up there and available as well. Try to look at some other games. Yeah, some of those other sports end up making it in the Discord. We're not covering the minor league football in our back end, if you will. So we'll try to find some winners for you. Keep the bankroll rolling. A lot of those games coming on national TV and ESPN. So I know some people are watching them maybe, but I don't know. With the playoffs going on, that's where the focus is. That's where the money is. That's where everybody's excitement is. So we'll have more plays in the playoffs this weekend. And Major League Baseball, of course, this weekend. Full cards Saturday and Sunday, including tonight's card as well. So appreciate all the support here at Tony'sPicks.com. And Tony, we had to Mindy was kind of, putting, I think, a little bit of butter around the comment there. It was a good show because we had good picks and but my internet gave out and I was gone for almost feel like an hour, but it was about 5 minutes, and it was the longest 5 minutes of my life with that old Las Vegas internet. But we did have a fun time anyways with the show. Seeing new faces is always interesting, and when they make their comments, it's like they know exactly what's going on, so you know that they're watching the show as well. And even though it took a little while to get through this pretty big card, we still ended up with the consistency, like Mindy said, those high viewer counts that are making us come back every day and make it worth our while to come back and chat with everybody. I like how she had all the nicknames down of the big locks for everybody in our chat. I've asked them all to come up with special nicknames for their plays because anybody can have a lock. Why not have I need my own special nickname for the lock, I think. Here, I got to come up with one for me, but we do have a good time with everybody, and I think people come to rely on some of the chat members for some of these plays, as well as Mindy and I, the way they're going. So you can join us in the Discord as well, and that's where the conversation continues. We also have, many of those members of our chat room in there talking about games. There's that table tennis there, Tony. Yeah, I guess we all, you can. Here's the thing, everybody's like, the table tennis. You could actually find the video feeds. It's not like they're just popping up random 15s on the screen and just telling you who won out of these Russian. It's all over there in Russia. You don't want to bet this, but anyways, Tony, appreciate it. I'm gonna have a big night tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com, and hats off to our handicappers over there, also doing a great job. Been a good week for the crew for sure.
That's right, guys. Got to work with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. He does have his plays up there for NHL, a 3-pack as well as 3-pack from NBA. But instead of buying these plays individually, the long-term pass. If you just want to try Ramon on a Friday, the 3-pack is great value there for you. Weekend Warriors, all Ramon's premium plays here for 3 days. All his NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball. Of course, we're still in round 1 of the NBA and NHL playoffs, so there's still lots of volume. So this is a good time to get on board. Of course, the peripheral sports, Ramon will be in action here with the UFC card here for Saturday, so get on board. Maybe some other peripheral sports. We'll see. We know he keeps an eye on the soccer. We know he keeps an eye on tennis and more, but we know for sure it'll be UFC on Saturday. So get on board. That promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then go ahead and land on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, I'll just throw this up here for you right now. We're keeping an eye on this one here. Cubs and Dodgers now the top of the 5th. They ran Urias out. He gave up another base runner. They took him out. 5-0 still the Cubs holding here against the Dodgers.
Yeah, Belly hit a home run. Mancini hit a home run. So the Cubs continue to click. We can put them right up there, I think, with teams like the Pirates and the Rangers as a good surprise team so far, doing a nice job. The Cubs at home today against the Dodgers, man. And Smiley just seems to really love to pitch at home. I was thinking Dodgers, and right now Cubs. Hats off to the Cubs. Hey, it's nothing. Friday afternoon. That's Cubs baseball. That is baseball at its finest. So I'm watching it. Maybe the Dodgers come back for me, but good job by the Cubs so far today. Going to be tough. Smiley really knows what he's doing. Yeah, crafty pitcher. Gives those crafty guys running out there with Smiley and Stroman. I give him a lot of credit, right? He resurrected his career. I wasn't necessarily on the decline. I think he's just getting older, so he has to be a little more tactful in his pitching as well. So I think the Cubs have done a good job in the front office as well, building a little bit of a nice roster and a nice lineup as well. I don't think they're going to be, off to a fast start and totally fade. It's going to be tough. I would expect, the Brewers, Cardinals, can they get rolling? Can the Cards get anything together? I don't know. So let's give the Cubs a lot of credit right now for what they're doing early on this season.
All right, we didn't get Ramon was the Twitter account. They can find. We put a Twitter account for Ramon at Tony6Ramon. They're with picks and of course more offers from Ramon there.
Yeah, I have a play up there right now. In college baseball today is my Twitter play. I'm gonna probably get into it once we get to the NCAA regionals and playoffs. We'll probably able to cover some games on Tony'sPicks.com. So until then, I'll just keep it hot. Watching some of these games. I've given you a big underdog today, so follow me at Tony's Picks Ramon to pick up a pretty big underdog today in college baseball. I like the number of games. I just want to pick one there, keep everybody aware of what's going on, and because I will be firing once we get to, as long as we're covered, I think we will, once we get to the postseason in college baseball. So follow me at Tony's Picks Ramon. Try to bring you some other stuff there, maybe regurgitate some of the video content as well. We build that up a little more. I'm going to bring you a lot more content. So please follow me if you want to get more free winners, free content over there at Tony's Picks Ramon. As soon as I start to see that build up, we'll really get that one cooking. And also in the Discord, more plays, gave out a couple winners yesterday, including the late game in the National Hockey League, gave out the over in the game on Thursday night between Winnipeg and VGK. So gave out that winner there. And also, we'll be back tomorrow, Mindy and I, more morning steam on Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific, previewing NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, and then I usually just throw in those minor league football plays where they're long enough that we don't want to get too much into it. And most of my read is really just what the market's doing and, what I'm seeing with the eye test. I'm not too statistical based in some of those plays, especially they're just coming across as free plays right now. And because it's football, I end up putting those games usually on one screen and keeping it on there and checking it out. So I still enjoy watching a little football mixed in with all these other games. But it's all about the playoffs this weekend, Tony. It is late April, so we're knee deep right now in these first rounds. So until they start whittling away, we've got usually 7 or 8 games. I'll run them all day tomorrow and Sunday. That's how the fans like it. Bringing them up, one at a time. Don't have to squeeze them all into the night card, overlapping each other. A lot of times they're all spaced out pretty nice anyway. Hockey might be a little different, but still plenty of action to keep on the screen. And I'll have you in action from morning to night if you join me on Tony's Picks this weekend. I'll be rolling with action in the leagues. High volume, I'm sure, this weekend, Tony.
That's right, guys. Got to remember, Ramon Scott at Tony's Picks. Check out all the social media outlets where the plays are posted. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thank you, sir. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers with these picks. Of course, participate in our chat room. Our chat room is live right now with lots of great contributors out there like Nathan Cerna, who said his initial link was the Cubbies, and his SeaWorld parlay today from Nathan Cerna was Rays plus the Marlins plus the Mariners. That was SeaWorld parlay from Nathan Cerna. Also, shout out to Fernando Mendoza, who likes that Marlins money line as well. So let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Time for my play. Let's get to it here right now. Let's get to my full odds screen here. We're going to be looking at the Celtics-Hawks game tonight on ESPN. We've got the Celtics favored 5.5. The total sits here at 228.5. I'll be on the home underdog here, this Atlanta Hawks team at plus 5.5. I think you're going to get a really strong effort here from Atlanta here in this spot. We know the injuries for all starters will be playing in this game. We know the Boston up 2-0 in this series. The issue I have here with Boston here is when you've seen them since the All-Star break, they've won 7 of 13 on the road, just a plus 4.4 net rating, play at the four-service pace. But I do respect Atlanta's performance at home here to cover this game. They have won 9 of 14 at home since the All-Star break, a plus 4 net rating, as they're averaging 121 points per 100 possessions. So I've got them here. I'm not going to sprinkle the money line. I respect Atlanta's home performance here to cover this 5.5. A little bit more than one possession. So let's take them here at plus 5.5 here against the Boston Celtics. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. I've got 4 premiums for you up there on the board tonight. My best plays of the night are my premium picks, and I've got a best bet here today here from Major League Baseball, as well as a 3-pack, bundling up my NBA as well as my play for Major League Baseball up there. So with 3 plays up there, my 3-pack here featuring 2 from the NBA, and of course my standalone best bet from Major League Baseball, $15 premium pick. So go ahead and get signed up there. Remember that promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. Remember, you can also get on board with my longer term passes. I have my 3, 7, or 3rd day all sports pass. Get all of my premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, of course, that promo code again, you can save 20% off. That would be like $66 off that 1 month all sports pass when you get on board with me right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue on here with Game Day Picks. Let's get to the recap of the picks from today's show. All right, we had Mindy with the Guardians and Marlins going under 8. Ramon hockey, Bruins, Panthers under 6. I'll be on the Hawks plus 5.5 here against the Boston Celtics. All right, let's continue on here on the game day picks. Let's get a quick update here on the scoreboard right now. Cubs are pounding a 3-run home run. Just hit again. They are just going long here. This reliever Reed with that funky motion. They're not fooled by it. 8-0 now. Cubs up on the Dodgers. Bottom of the 5th. Right now, no outs, and reliever Reed is again with this funky. You got to check him out on him. But this is a funky. It almost looks like a softball motion, the way he pitches. Ballinger up right now, having a good year. 300 average, 5 homers, 14 RBIs. Where was that? Someone in the Discord asked, "Where was that, Bellinger?" Suddenly he's waking up. But anyway, yeah, that's the score there. Only afternoon baseball there today. All right, that's gonna do it here for the show, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, so when we're live with our shows, you're live with us, and set those notifications. That's gonna do it here for our live show today. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today. Good night, wake up, bye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again here on Monday on Game Day Picks.